The Wall Street Journal reported that Riza Aziz, stepson of PM Najib, had used funds from troubled 1MDB to buy properties in New York and LA. The two properties in question are a 7,700 square foot duplex overlooking New York Central Park with a price tag of US $33.5 million. The second is an 11,000 square foot mansion in Beverly Hills, complete with a 120-foot-long pool for a princely sum of more than $17.5 million US. WSJ alleges that the funds from the property came from a transfer of more than 950 million ringgit to an offshore company, wholly owned by Aziz, named Red Granite Capital. According to the report, the financing for these acquisitions is currently being investigated by the FBI, which is said to be conducting a wide-range inquiry into alleged misappropriation of billions of funds from 1MDB. However, both Riza Aziz and 1MDB have denied any wrongdoing and have extended their full cooperation to authorities. The water surrounding former BSI banker Yeo Jia-wei just got a little bit murkier. He's facing an additional charge of forgery, which according to Singapore prosecutors opens an entirely new front for the probe, indicating a higher level of urgency and sensitivity. While his previous 6 charges had not mentioned 1MDB, the new charge alleges that he had fraudulently signed a reference letter in December 2013 to Citigroup Inc.'s head of anti-money laundering to facilitate an $11.95 million US transfer. It was from MOF subsidiary SRC International to Affinity Equity International Partners Limited, owned by an individual named Tan Kim Long, an associate of Low-Tech Joe. SRC had earlier been in the spotlight following reports that it had made substantial deposits into the account of PM Najib. Yeo's earlier charges had included receiving ill-gotten funds, perverting the course of justice, and cheating his former employer, Swiss-based BSI. The Genting Group is taking on the city of Miami in order to be allowed to run card games and slots at its Resorts World Omni Centre. In 2014, Resorts World Omni LLC had signed a deal with the owner of the space, Gulfstream Park Racetrack and Casino, as well as 3 other parties to develop the Omni Centre. However, when Gulfstream applied for permission to open a casino, it was rejected by the Florida authorities. But Genting and his partners are not going to roll over and have filed a lawsuit to ask a judge to preemptively declare it lawful for Gulfstream to run a casino at the Omni. According to the Miami Herald report, the order, if granted, would preclude the Miami-Dade police and state prosecutors from filing criminal charges against the Omni casino operators. RHB Cap Berhad says it's eyeing Indonesia as a market to possibly get its commercial M&A groove on. RHB Banking Group MD Datuk Karosale Ramli said, "We have an investment bank, asset management, so potentially the big piece missing is commercial." However, Ramli said that while opportunities were abound, there was nothing to get excited about just yet. At the moment, RHB's Indonesian operations are still relatively small compared to the overall group. RHB Securities and Asset Management business in Indonesia currently nets a profit of around 5 million. Media Prima Berhad's net profit for its first quarter dropped almost 9% due to lower advertising revenue. Net profit fell to 17.25 million compared to 18.88 million ringgit a year ago. The main culprit in the decline was print, a combination of both lower advertising and newspaper sales. Its content creation segment also made 25% less in sales as a result of seasonal factors. According to Media Prima, the outlook for 2016 remains challenging as the economic landscape remains tough and other factors such as international competition weighs on earnings. The industry as a whole is expecting ADEX to remain at single-digit growth levels this year. In order to open up new revenue streams, the group said that one of its options would be to piggyback on its extensive TV network to boost home shopping.